This is Code, a deep dive. I am going to show you how I actually use Claude Code every single day to build real production software. Not a tutorial, not a tips and tricks list. This is a methodology. The full system I have built for running production software across 7 different industries from a single terminal. This episode is the big picture. Future episodes go deep into each individual layer, each method, each tool. Everything is a loop. Every workflow, every decision, every deployment. You frame the problem, define success, and let the system iterate until it gets there. No GUIs, no dashboards you click through. If I have to leave the terminal, something is broken. The core idea is brutally simple. Turn everything into a process with verifiable rewards. Not human feedback. Human feedback is always the bottleneck. It does not scale. The difference between reinforcement learning with human feedback and verifiable reward is the difference between a system that waits for you and a system that runs entirely without you. Define the objective. Define the metric that proves it worked. Let the agent close the gap on its own. The human sets the direction. The system does all of the work. On any day, I have 12 projects running, each with a dozen sessions. That is over 100 active threads, hitting APIs, generating assets, validating outputs simultaneously. If it has an API, it is connected. Payment processing, patient records, calendar scheduling, video hosting, analytics, deployment pipelines. Everything talks to everything else. No copy-pasting between tabs, no manual data entry. One instruction triggers a cascade across a dozen services. Through a single orchestration layer, everything stays in sync. The moment you introduce a manual step, you have introduced a point of failure, so you do not introduce manual steps. Every workflow that works gets turned into a skill, a self-contained unit with clear inputs and outputs. Once it is a skill, any agent can execute it. Code review, deployment, research, compliance, composable skills that snap together. The agent finds the skill. The skill already knows what to do. Skills start in a project, then get promoted to user scope. Every future project inherits them automatically. The library only grows. Every change follows the same path. Branch, build, test, deploy, validate. Every single time. Code moves through automated checks. Agents run playwright against staging end to end. Staging parsing is not proof. The same validation runs on production. Production parsing is proof. Git work trees give every agent its own copy. A dozen agents on a dozen features without touching each other. The pipeline is not separate from the quality system. Together, they are the same thing. Nothing ships without passing gates. Every pipeline has checkpoints along the way. Some have 18 of them. Agents use Playwright to explore running applications the way a human would, clicking every page, filling every form, verifying every state transition end to end. But it does not stop at functional testing. Multiple AI models cross-verify each other independently, blind scoring. The fixer cannot see how it is being graded. The system does not trust any single model to get it right. It trusts verified consensus across all of them. You cannot debug what you cannot see. Every session, every tool call, every sub-agent spawn is captured in real time. 10 hooks feed into a unified observability stack. Metrics, logs, and tracers correlated together. When step 14 fails, the agent reads the trace. It finds the failure point and fixes it. This is not logging for humans. This is logging for agents. And agents read everything. The system remembers everything across every session. 7 memory layers working in parallel. Not just storage, active memory, with confidence scores and decay rates. When the system makes a mistake, the correction propagates everywhere. When a correction proves wrong, it decays naturally. Bridge pointers connect sessions, so context is never lost. The agents never start from zero. They start from everything ever learned. And the system has learned a lot. Not everything runs fully autonomous on day one. There is a spectrum. As trust builds over time, the human steps back. Approval becomes notification. Notification becomes silence. One system graduated to full autonomy. A trading pipeline that schedules its own runs, rotates its own credentials, manages its own risk, and returns real profit. No human in the loop at all. That trust was earned through many layers of careful validation. 38 agents in concert is a different thing entirely. One hub conducts specialists across research, validation, and deployment. Each specialist handles one domain. A single command fans out into parallel swarms, all pursuing the same goal. They converge toward consensus. 10 consecutive clean iterations confirm stability. Not chaos, orchestration. 4 plans rotate in sequence, so there is always capacity ready. When one pipeline finishes, the next begins immediately. Nothing sits idle. Here is the part that bends the frame. This video, the one you are watching right now, was built by the same system it describes. Agents researched the topic and wrote every single word of the script. Skills generated every image you have seen on screen. A fully automated pipeline synthesized all of the audio with word-level timestamps. Validation gates checked every frame against the narration at the millisecond level. The whole thing was orchestrated, reviewed, and published without ever leaving the terminal. The system built a video about itself, and it passed its own quality gates. That is the entire system at a glance. Each layer has depth I could not possibly cover in a single overview. Next in the series, how the validation gates actually work, and how you can build your own. How the memory architecture keeps Claude coherent across hundreds of sessions. How agent teams split complex work across multiple machines without losing quality. Subscribe to see each layer taken apart piece by piece. The code is already writing the next one.